Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Fornino, former candidate for U.S. Congress. I'm in the process of dropping out of the race. It's just been very difficult to get support for me. Other people can pull it off, and I might try for maybe a city council race, maybe state house in the future. But for the time being, I'm just going to, you know, do what I can, see what works, and just look into different candidates to support in the meantime. And so in this case, I'm looking into two different candidates, the other two candidates for Florida's 27th district, and I'm going to compare their platforms. We can find out, who they are. Of course, Robin Peguero is like a lawyer, an attorney, who's also worked on a few different campaigns. So he's got some experience there. So that's pretty good. Richard Lamondin is he's like a small businessman. He has a business that kind of fixes up utilities in different buildings. So he has some experience with leadership and such. But what I care about really is about what they plan to do for the United States, and specifically our district. So let's see here. Robin, actually, okay, this is actually kind of a short platform, but we'll just go off of what's here, and then compare it to what Richard has, which seems to be quite a bit longer. Much longer, but we'll see. Okay, that's a bit discouraging. I was leaning in favor of Peguero, but Lamondin does have a more impressive list of things. More, but we'll see. Let's compare them. So, cutting costs for families. Okay, I'm gonna focus on actual ideas, like plans, instead of, oh, we have a problem, let's fix it. Robin will fight to cut skyrocketing healthcare costs and runaway insurance rates. Yeah, that's a kind of a strategy, but it's not very specific. It's not like, oh, Robin will support Medicare for all. That's not what's here, and I don't think that, I am not under the impression that that's what he's implying. Let's see. Combat the rigged monopolistic practices that drive inflation. Okay, a lot of politicians suggest that, so okay. Take on drug companies. So a lot of regulation, I see. Okay, let's see here. Healthcare costs. Lower healthcare costs. Okay, so this is not very detailed. Let's see. Allow Medicare to negotiate more prescription drugs prices, and cap out-of-pocket costs. Okay, do I see that? I don't really see that on where Robin stands. Okay, that's I'd say that's a point in Lamondin's favor. Okay. Fixing our broken immigration system. So we're gonna skip ahead over to maybe security, dignity, immigration reform. Okay, so Lamondin has a lot more, but the details are not really. It's not very detailed, I'd say. Let's see here. As a son of hardworking immigrants, Robin sees how urgently we must fix our. Okay, yeah. Protective status. Okay. Find for pathway to citizenship. To the non-violent, non-criminal, undocumented immigrants. Okay, that's nice. Let's see. Do we have? Yep, there's a pathway to citizenship for Dreamers, specifically for Lamondin. Maybe I should just address them on first name basis. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with last name basis. Um, let's see, protections for families and work visas. Okay, that's a little more detailed. Let's see. Peguero has will work to secure our borders and deport violent criminals, all while adhering to due process. Okay, at least he has due process there. That's good, just in case. As for the immigrant workers, support living wages and protect the right to organize. Okay, that's. I don't think that's something that we see on Lamondin's side, so I'm going to give a point for that on my little notebook, my little uh, sticky note or post-it note sort of thing. Let's see here. Did we see anything about work visas? No, not on Peguero's side. So let's go over to keeping Miami livable. So this is kind of vague, but whatever. Okay. So this is just kind of a general thing. There's climate change. Then we have kids and grandkids can inherit our city intact. Okay, I think that's more climate change, green infrastructure, invest in new clean energy. Green infrastructure is kind of something that I don't think Lamondin was really emphasizing. I asked him in a town hall about just a Green New Deal in general, and he just said like, "Oh, we need more clean energy," which is something, but it's not exactly. It's not comprehensive. So let's see. Climate change. Where can we find that? I don't know about. We could be security. Something about property insurance. Price of coverage. Okay. Oh, there's a fentanyl crisis specifically. Strengthening. Oh, okay. So, Mr. Lamondin is under the impression that the border security is a way to stop deadly drugs, which I guess it is. I mean, there's kind of maybe too much of an emphasis on that. Like Trump is using it as an excuse to crack down and attack countries like Venezuela, but it is a problem. Let's see here. Flood insurance. That's kind of something that has to do with it. Reform. Okay, that's vague. So whatever. Let's see here. Transit expansion. I don't really see that. That's protecting our rights. Yeah, okay. Fixing our immigration. No, it was keeping Miami livable. Well, transit. Okay, so mass transit, public transit is something that would help reduce climate change, or greenhouse gas emissions. So I don't know. I don't know about this one. Green infrastructure versus this. Let's see. Protecting our water. Oh, septic to sewer conversions. I like that. Okay. I'm just gonna give like points in both sides on this climate change issue because they both have pretty good points. All right, defending reproductive freedom, keeping our private lives. Okay. I'll vote to enshrine Roe v. Wade. Okay. Just Roe v. Wade, nothing more, nothing less. But hey, you know what? That's nice. Let's see here. Roe v. Wade. Okay. On this one, I don't know. I feel like Lamondin mentioned Roe v. Wade, which is nice. Let's see. Protecting the rights. I don't know. I'd say I'm gonna give a point to Peguero on this one because he's actually like making a commitment here, like protect reproductive freedom and like stop any attempt to ban it. That's kind of vague and it doesn't like I feel like enshrine Roe v. Wade into law implies that that he'd overstep like kind of override state decisions, which I think would be good. I think these reproductive freedom it should be like the 13th Amendment. It's something that it should be enshrined in law. No questions asked. It's there. Education. Okay. Let's see. He's also in. Oh right, yeah. Peguero is like I think an adjunct or assistant professor at the University of Miami. So, I mean, again, he has quite robust experience. I'll give him that. Education makes more safe. Prosperous, yes. Those are statements. We'll fight for universal pre-K. Okay, that's something. Financial literacy, so that the next generation is ready for the jobs and economy of the future. Okay, I like that. Financial aid. So not making community colleges and trade schools free, but it's a stride in the right direction. So let's see here. They're supporting our teachers, better pay, classroom resources, respect for educators. That's more of a state thing, but hey, anything in any direction is fine by me. Like anything from any source in on those terms is good by me. Public schools. Let's see, fighting for more resources. So these are fairly similar, I'd say. So, I don't know if I would give a point like one way or the other. I'd say I'd give it to Lamondin because he mentioned the teachers. Let's see here. I think it was down here. Supporting our teachers. The last thing, last but not least. Yeah, this is pretty good. Right. Yeah, I'd say that's important because teachers work really hard and they deserve what Mr. Lamondin is suggesting. Healthcare. So I think as I mentioned, Peguero doesn't seem to be one to fight for Medicare for all. That's kind of one of the reasons why I ran in the first place, to get that kind of thing going. With extra democracy, because I would like such a program to run efficiently and effectively, but maybe sometime in my lifetime, maybe if there's a big sea change, but for the time being, we just have these two liberals, and the conservatives who they're running against. Or rather conservative, because it's most likely just going to be up. They're going to be up against Salazar. Robin will fight to defend the Affordable Care Act, pre-existing conditions. So that's just keeping the course, which is nice, I guess. Strengthen the market. Okay, public option. Okay. That's something. That's pretty solid. If those who don't like their employer provided plans, are unemployed, or simply want more choices. So that's just for pretty much anyone. And be a champion for negotiating with drug companies to end price gouging and reduce costs on life-saving drugs and treatment. Okay, so that's more negotiating, and I think that has to do with Medicaid. So I'm just gonna whatever. I was thinking of removing a point from Lamondin, but I'll just leave it as is because I think he. Let me see here. Healthcare costs, maybe. Yeah, I mentioned negotiating prescription drugs from Medicare. So this is that sort of thing, which is. I think I gave a point to him, so I'll just remove a point because now Robin or Mr. Peguero has that. Let's see. I like how he mentions this. We can't forget what Democrats have done. I wouldn't be here looking all over this this stuff if I had not paid attention to what Democrats did in the I think it was the 116th Congress, the one in 2021 and 22. Because that was pretty good. We got a few really good bills out of that. Well, good. Nothing amazing, nothing revolutionary, but they're pretty significant. Let's see here. So we have healthcare, negotiating. I already counted that or discounted that. Strengthen the market. Public option. Yeah, that I might give Peguero a point for that because that's. I don't think we see that with Lamondin. Property insurance, protecting social safety net. There's protect Medicaid. So this is kind of expanding Medicaid, but it's not a public option, which I am in favor of. So I'm giving Peguero a point. All right, two more things on Peguero's rather limited platform. Protecting our rights. Okay, so yep, he's been a former prosecutor, knows how to put criminals behind bars, go after corrupt politicians, work to reduce crime rates. Okay, yeah, by punishing offenders, investing in preventative measures. Okay, I like that. I mean, punishing offenders is not super effective. It keeps bad people off the streets for the time being, but I don't know if it really prevents recidivism. I don't know if it really fixes them, but preventative measures does that. So there's that. Let's see. And this is okay. Neighborhood safety, maybe. Supporting trusted community-based policing, ensuring local law enforcement as tools. Common sense gun laws. Kind of an odd place to put this, but okay. Investing in. Okay, so yeah, that's essentially the same thing. So we're just about equal there. I'd give a point one way or another if there was like a specific method that one of them would mention, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Make stock trading illegal for congressional or people in Congress. That's something I don't think we'll see. Let me see here. Anything about corruption? Let's see. Defending democracy, maybe? No, so I'm giving another point to Peguero. That's pretty good. I like that. You know, it's not amazing, but it's something. Working together. You just had to be vague about it. Okay. Uh-huh. Persuade jurors drawn from a cross section of community. Oh yeah, that is quite a valuable experience. A government is designed for reaching across the aisle to get things done. Yeah. Okay. So very very vague. Not something that really convinces me one way or the other. So let's see. Is there anything like amazing about Lamondin's platform here? You can scroll down, even though it's not a huge scroll. Let's see. I already included transit. The point for that, I think. Right now, as it stands, I've given Peguero 5 points, in favor, and then 2 points for Lamondin, in terms of things that Peguero did not include. Let's see, public schools. Okay, yeah, I think I already noticed that. Let's see, child tax credit expanded. Not specifically not double it, not triple it, but just expand it, which is nice. I think that's a good point to bring up. Affordable childcare. Vague. Student debt. Tackle it. Providing relief. Let me see here. Tackle student debt by expanding. Okay, that's something. Repayment options, providing relief for borrowers. So I guess on a case-by-case basis, maybe show, oh hey, I work at a minimum wage job. I can't afford any of this. Let's see, and protecting students from predatory lenders. Okay, that's something. I'm gonna give a point for that. We're gonna give maybe a couple more points for stuff like this, because it's already the end of November, beginning of December. You're not including more stuff on your platform. That's rather disappointing. I have to say. So, yeah. See, supporting veterans. Everyone supports veterans, but okay, yeah. Neighborhood safety, I looked at that. Property insurance is kind of a different thing. I think it's maybe more of a state issue, but it could be federal, I guess. Let's see. By holding companies accountable for excessive rate hikes. Okay. Federal disaster relief. Okay. Nothing amazing there, but okay. So, social safety net. Protecting the social safety net. Okay, preventing privatization. That's a good sign. Okay. And dignity is the last of it. So, immigration reform. I think I already read that. Asylum seekers. Yeah, Democrats tend to be in favor of that. Defending democracy. What was this again? Voting Rights Act. Okay. Including by mail without unnecessary barriers. All right, that's something. Standing up for equality. Okay, vague. This I already counted as a point. Yeah, nothing really sticks out. Um, did I give a point? I think I gave a point for child tax credits. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing this as kind of just like public research for which candidate I would endorse, and I don't know. I think neither of these candidates really stand out to me. I guess. Let me see here. Did Peguero mention a public option? Yeah, so that's a pretty big thing. So I think I'm leaning in favor of Peguero, but partly because of that, and partly because of well, his experience, as I mentioned. You know, it's a more applicable experience than just being a businessman. Like business, you know, you could just keep running a business, but being in the public space, you know, meeting, you know, judges and you know, teaching students, I feel like, you know, that's something more, I'd say. So I hope you enjoyed this little rundown. I hope that Mr. Peguero expands his platform in the future. I feel like this is rather limited, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I like what I see so far. So yeah, I think I don't. I'm hesitant to endorse for the time being, but maybe there'll be a debate or something, and then I'll endorse or maybe involunteer. I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant either way. I like both of these candidates. I met Lamondin before, and he's a cheerful guy. So you know, he has a nice personality. Not that that essentially matters, and you know, Lamont and because Peguero has, you know, as I mentioned, has better experience, but you know, there's that. I'd say it's probably Peguero who would win anyway because they both have very robust campaigns. So I think that'll be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something or two, and you know, and take note of, you know, my own preferences in general. So my campaign website, I think, will shortly, if not by now, will be unavailable. So you can check out my videos about it and, you know, learn more about what I prefer. But you know, these two candidates are pretty decent. I spoke with both of them, and I'm not amazed, but I would vote for them in a general election.